welcome back to the Emerald City for Yankees baseball on Yes. Series finale between the Yankees and the Mariners set to get underway in just a little bit. Hey everyone, I'm Meredith Marakovitz. The Yankees have really been rolling to start the year at 4-1. So far, we have seen some tremendous pitching performances and contributions up and down the order. Aaron Judge blasted 2 home runs in the series against the Giants, but has been a little bit quiet so far here in Seattle. You can't help but get excited thinking about what this all could look like when the captain locks in.
Early in the season, again, a small stretch, you know, even for him when it's not clicking at a level like we're accustomed to seeing with him all the time. He's still had a major impact in 2 wins offensively, coupled with, you know, all the other things he brings to the table on defense and just in here in the dugout. So with Judgy, it's always a matter of time before he, you know, gets dialed in from a timing standpoint, and off we go.
What are the signs you look for that tells you he's going to go on one of those sprees that he does where it seems like he can't miss?
When he shows up.
Well, Aaron Judge is here and in the lineup. He will bat second and play right field. Meanwhile, Giancarlo Stanton has the afternoon off. He'll be available off the bench. Instead, Ben Rice will DH and Paul Goldschmidt is at first base. Plenty more to come here on the Yes Network. When we get back, Michael Kay will be joined by David Cohn. Baseball next here on Yes.
Exclusively at the Home Depot.
Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Sage, proud accounting software provider of the New York Yankees. By Hyundai, test drive a new Hyundai today only at your local Hyundai dealer. And by Optimum Fiber, famously fast fiber internet. Now you can see it's raining outside, but we have this big steel umbrella over T-Mobile Park, and we will have baseball. The final game of the initial road trip for the Yankees. They took all 3 games in San Francisco, and they have split the first 2 here in Seattle. So today is the rubber game. The Mariners will take the field as we're moving closer to baseball on this Wednesday afternoon. Take a look at the Yankees starting lineup. That's going to face George Kirby. Trent Grisham will lead off, then Aaron Judge and Cody Bellinger. The DH, Ben Rice. First baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Jazz Chisholm Jr. at second base. Bat 6. Bottom third of the order, Rosario at third. Wells will catch, and Caballero plays shortstop, and he is going to bat 9.
And New York local boy, George Kirby from Rye, New York, is going to toe the slab today here in Seattle, and he's a good one. See the year last year he had pretty solid across the board. He just doesn't walk anybody. That is his secret sauce, and we'll tell you a little bit more in our Nissan Pitchers scouting report. And really, an elite strike thrower. He is the premier elite strike thrower in the game today. He's got 6 different pitches, all from the same release window. That makes him a pitchability ace. And his 6.6 strikeouts to walk ratio with a minimum of 500 innings is first all time.
Check out the defense behind him. Rosarena, Rodriguez, and Raley left to right in the outfield. Infield, Donovan, who's gotten off to a great start after being traded from the Cardinals. Rivas at short. Cole Young's had a big start to his season, and Josh Naylor at first. Cal Raleigh behind the plate. He's still trying to feel it out. Dominic Canzone, the DH, and George Kirby, the kid from Rye, he's on the mound. Home plate umpires Lance Barrett. The umpire scouting report brought to you by your local Kia dealers. So he's considered pitcher-friendly, more low strikes. Now, he's been challenged 4 times. 3 of his calls have been overturned behind the plate this season. The rest of the crew, Edwin Jimenez at first, Mike Estabrook at second. The crew chief, Alfonso Marquez, is over at third. Yankees are 4-1, and Seattle is 3-3. Trent Grisham, 4 for 17 to start the season. Yankees have tomorrow off, and then the home opener at Yankee Stadium on Friday afternoon. So Grisham's ready. Kirby is ready. And let's do it here in Seattle. Fouled away, and we're underway. You know, we've talked about the Yankee starters. Mariner starters have done quite well. Their ERA 2.86. 44 strikeouts in 34 2/3 innings. In the 34 2/3 innings, the most that a starting staff has thrown in the major league so far this year, with the Astros second at 30.2.
I would look for the Yankees lineup to be very aggressive today because of Kirby's style of pitching. It's hard to work a count against a guy who just races to 0-2.
Kirby grew up a Yankee fan, and his favorite players Jorge Posada, Derek Jeter, and Bernie Williams. And strike 3. Grisham down looking. Take a look at what Kirby throws with StatCast 3D by Google Cloud.
He's got several different pitches we mentioned. It's basically 4-seam and knuckle curve, as we've seen, and an improving changeup that he showed in spring training.
And a strike to Judge. Told you he's from Rye. 20th overall pick by the Mariners in the 19 draft, and he was an All-Star in 23. We told you Judge's numbers in the open, 3 for 20.
The pitch was called a ball. The catcher is challenging.
All right, so it's an ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. So it was called a ball, and Cal Raleigh said it was a strike. Cal Raleigh was wrong, so they lose a challenge early.
Seattle has 1 challenge remaining.
So they have 1 challenge remaining. Up to that challenge, there have been 152 defensive challenges, 7 by pitchers, 145 by catchers. High fly ball, right field. Raley is there and puts it away. 2 down. You know, the 10 strikeouts that Judge has, that's the most he's ever had through the first 5 games of the season. So not only the strikeouts a little bit high, but he has walked only once.
It's just been a click off on that swing right there, just a little underneath it.
One and one. Bellinger has been on. He's 6 for 18. And he's gotten out of the gate well. coming off a very good year last year. Two and one. And that got Raleigh.
Another example right here of a catcher who hit 60 home runs last year and how impressive that is because of the action they get back there just like that.
Just underway in Seattle, 2 outs, top of the first inning. Did he go? No, he did not, said Alfonso Marquez. And Bellinger works a walk with 2 outs.
A rare George Kirby walk.
So here's Ben Rice off to a nice start. Gets a half day as the DH. Goldschmidt playing first. Stanton given the day off, which was mutually agreed upon at the beginning of this series by Stanton and Boone, where you want to keep him healthy, give him off today. There's a day off tomorrow built into the schedule, so that gives him 2 straight days.
Yeah, and a day game after a night game.
Bellinger stole a bag last night. He leads off first, held by Naylor. There he goes. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. It goes into center field. Bellinger doesn't know where it is, so he'll stay put. A stolen base for Bellinger.
Fantastic jump. Just well-timed underneath the throw. So a 2-out walk, now the stolen base. He's in scoring position, just that fast.
Rivas deked him into thinking he had the ball in his glove, so that's why Bellinger stayed put at second while the ball was in center. He had no idea.
And Michael, if you remember back to last night, Cody Bellinger was limping a little bit on the base paths late in the game. I asked him about that today, and he said it was just a little bit of a strawberry, a bruise. They actually cut the skin off, put a pad over it, put some extra padding on it, and he said he is good to go. Clearly not affecting him or his legs so far this afternoon.
The 2-1. Grounded, fair, inside first and down the right field line. Bellinger will score. The ball goes into the corner. Rice hustling to second. He makes the turn. He'll stop right there. It's an RBI double, and the Yankees are up 1-0.
Well, this is how you make a good starting pitcher pay. 2-out walk, stolen second base. Then Ben Rice keeps on keeping on. Nails the slider right down the line. The Yankees with an early lead.
Here's Goldschmidt. Getting the start against the right-hander. And he takes a strike. One start in San Francisco is 1 for 5. That's fouled into the seats on the first base side. Kirby's first start was against Cleveland on March 27th. 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. So he's already given up a run here. He walked 2 and struck out 6 in that game. .98 miles an hour. A little giddy up there. Kirby is going to challenge that. He was walking off the mound thinking it was strike 3.
The pitcher is challenging.
All right, so the ABS is powered by T-Mobile. Let's take a look. Oh, by a lace.
The ball is overturned.
Goldschmidt down looking. Yankees get a run. Mariners come to bat against Schlittler.
Frankly,
Mariners turn against Cam Schlittler. Here's the lineup. Donovan, Raleigh, and Rodriguez. Raleigh off to a slow start. 13 strikeouts, 3 for 21. Then it's Naylor, Rosarena, and Raleigh. First look at Raleigh in this series. And Canzone, Young, and Rivas. And they're facing a good one in Cam Schlittler.
Indeed, as the word is around the league about Cam Schlittler and what kind of stuff he's featuring, how hard he throws, how good he potentially is going to be, and he already is. A little bit more in our Nissan Pitcher Scouting Report. And it's really a fastball ecosystem that he features. We've talked a lot about a 3-way fastball. We'll get into it more, but it really is very deceptive. And the cutter development is the pitch that's come along and really taken a step in the upward direction, and obviously frontline upside. He's potentially a #1 starter before he's done.
There's Donovan off to a great start. And that one is ripped down the right field line. It is trouble. It's a base hit up against the wall. Donovan will chug into second with a leadoff double on the first pitch.
Well, this is what Donovan brings for the Mariners. He's ready to hit. He has great contact skills. They know that Schlittler's very aggressive with his fastball, and he's ready. First pitch, keep it fair, right down the line.
Donovan now 10 for 22. Tell you what, David, the challenge on the last pitch by Kirby, as Bill Raftery would say, that's onions, because they could have lost both of their challenges in the top of the first inning.
Yes, and I understand with Aaron Judge up, but nobody was on base. Yeah, you sort of risk reward. It's obviously going to be a learning curve for everybody out there, but that pitch there, boy, you could have lost both your challenges in the first inning.
And really, it was a strike by about the lace on the baseball. One and two. So Raleigh, 3 hits and 21 at bats, 13 strikeouts. For a guy who hit 60 home runs last year, he's struggling early. Another strikeout, his 14th. Oh. David, are they booing?
Grumbling, I think more of a grumble. But that's right down the pipe. Shows you the confidence of Schlittler on the mound. It's almost like sometimes you can sense it when you're out there if a guy's struggling, Michael, and you go right after him.
Another guy struggling, Julio Rodriguez, 2 for 22. That's 091. Check out the Yankee defense behind Schlittler, Bellinger, Grisham, and Judge, the usual in the outfield. Rosario's at third today, Caballero is short. Chisholm at second, Goldschmidt over at first. Wells behind the plate, Rice the DH, and Cam Schlittler is on the mound. So the man they call J-Rod, 2 for 22, and he has 8 strikeouts.
Powder River so far from Schlittler.
So the Mariners certainly hit the Guardians hard. 22 runs in 4 games against the Yankees in 2 games. Just 2 runs, and that was in the first game. They won 2-1. They got shut out yesterday. Swing and a miss. And one of the glitches in this Mariner lineup is they strike out a lot. Raleigh strikes out. Obviously, Rodriguez will strike out. That's why they went out and got Donovan. He's not a strikeout hitter.
See this 97 miles an hour right on by. Watch how late he is. Ball's almost in the glove.
There's Josh Naylor. He's 1 for 23. Fly ball deep left field. Going back is Bellinger. He's there to make the play, and that'll do it. So they pitch around the leadoff walk by Donovan. For a chance at a profit boost if your selected player hits a home run. And here are the featured home run odds for today's players. Aaron Judge plus 280, Paul Goldschmidt plus 630. Yankees lead 1-0. Jazz Chisholm leads off to second, takes a pitch up and away. One and one. Chisholm 3 hits and 19 at bats. He does have 2 stolen bases. 1 and 2. It'll be Chisholm, Rosario, and Wells. And Chisholm down on strikes. 3rd strikeout for Kirby.
And we mentioned his improving changeup. Here it is. A power changeup at 90 miles an hour right on the black, down and away.
Here's Rosario getting the start at 3rd. And he's getting a start against a righty. And you look at what McMahon has done or not done offensively, you're going to see more of Rosario if McMahon continues to struggle. 1 for 14 at the plate. You'll always see McMahon playing when Fried's on the mound because they want the best defense at 3rd. That one's a broken bat. Looper over the head of Naylor. A base hit for Rosario. Makes the turn and stops there.
Rosario's got a lot of energy too. He's become a hit here on the bench. And you can see your bat to ball skills means using all the bat, and he does. Filet mignon.
There's Austin Wells, 2 hits and 13 at bats. He did not start yesterday. J.C. Escara caught Max Fried. Yankees got a run in the 1st, a walk with 2 outs to Bellinger. He stole 2nd, and Rice doubled down the right field line. That scored the run. So they're up 1-0. They try to win this series and head back to New York up with a 5-1 record.
Anytime you start out on the West Coast as an East Coast team, you get anywhere near a winning record, you're thrilled.
One and 2 on the Yankee catcher. Chop to first. Naylor fields, fires to second. And it's a double play. 1-6. We go to the bottom of the 2nd.
Park, this Yankees rotation has been rolling to start the season, and I am with the man who set the tone last night in Max Fried. Max, will you describe the pride that the members of this rotation have right now based on the way you guys have started this season?
You know, it's been a lot of fun so far. You know, we had a really good camp, and we're just trying to keep it going into the season. But yeah, we're just trying to be on the attack and really just trust our stuff.
You know, when you look at each guy, it seems like nobody wants to be the one to let that rotation down. How much do you feel like you guys are feeding off of each other?
You know, some of the best rotations that I've been a part of, there's a little bit of competition within the rotation. So when you have some competition within just your own team, it really pushes you to be your best.
I was speaking with Will Warren earlier today. He said not only competition, but a collaborative effort. How much does the discussion amongst you guys help when you're out on the mound?
A ton. You know, anyone's opinion, you know, outside eyeballs are always really helpful. So to be able to get nice play. To be able to just get the opinions of the other guys and, you know, pick their brains and, you know, like I said, there's a friendly competition, but we're all rooting for each other, so it's really nice.
Hey, those spring PFPs paying off there for Cam Schlittler. I know you love to see that, a Gold Glove winner yourself. Speaking of Schlittler, just what stood out to you about the way he is thrown to start the season, just kind of carrying over from what we saw last year? The stuff is unbelievable. He's a bulldog. He just keeps going after the guys, you know, giving up first pitch double and then going right after him, getting 2 strikeouts. It's some really big stuff, and he's not scared. You mentioned not scared. Just what have you thought overall of his demeanor? Because it seems like he has not backed down in any capacity since we've seen him at this level. No,
he's going to come at you, and it's really fun to watch. It's refreshing, and he's got the stuff to be able to do it. So I'm glad I'm able to watch him every 5th day.
Talk about watching. You're a spectator today. What do you watch for to know that he is locked in on the mound?
I think just the mentality, and you see him going after him. He's over. You know, you can't really tell where he is. It's more up and down, but you know, he's going after guys. He's got, this thing says what, 2 balls today, so just keep that going. But no, he attacks guys. He's going to go after you, and you know, it cuts out a lot of the, you know, the mental mistakes or just getting free passes on base.
Before I let you go, Max, we saw George Kirby challenge one to get out of the first inning. We saw you do it as a Yankee pitcher for the first time yesterday. You described it as nerve-wracking. How have you been getting used to this ABS system here to start the season? A
lot of trust in my catchers. That one yesterday was it was a gut call. I saw it, and it looked like a strike out of the hand, so I immediately tapped it, and then almost had a little bit of regret, but then I saw the ball was in the zone, so I was very happy about it.
Hey, it worked. Congratulations on the win last night. Appreciate the time right now.
Awesome. Thank you, Meredith.
Michael, will send it back up to you and David Cohn.
Well, thank you to Meredith, and also thanks to Max for, you know, agreeing to do that. And, you know, starting pitchers are happy when they pitch well the previous
Pitch was
night.
called a ball. The catcher is challenging.
Speaking of the ABS, let's take a look at another challenge. ABS, powered by T-Mobile, called the ball, and you know what? They were right again.
The call is
Yankees get another
New York
overturn.
has 2 challenges from me.
So from 2-0 it goes to 1-1.
By the time the year is over and we have a full season of data, it will make a big difference for the team that is very efficient at this new skill.
Chases one up in the zone, does Canzone, and the count 1-2.
I was just thinking about Max Fried. You know, when you throw a young lefty like Ryan Weathers in the mix with Max Fried, and Garrett Cole for that matter, it's the perfect situation for a young pitcher to be around a guy like him. Just to watch him. Now, obviously you talk to him every day, but just to watch how he works.
And he waves at that one. Canzone down on strikes. 3rd strikeout for Schlittler.
Well, when you have this kind of stuff and you're in attack mode continually, you're going to get guys to chase and swing at pitches like this up and out of the zone. Because you got to start it early. Some high octane coming at you.
You know, when Fried became a free agent, you know, the Yankees obviously, you know, plan A was to re-sign Soto. When he goes to the Mets, they pivoted, and the guy they wanted was Max Fried. And they had a Zoom call with him. And they weren't sure if a guy from LA who pitched in Atlanta really wanted to deal with the Bronx. And people that were on that Zoom call, they said from the moment the picture showed up, this guy wanted it. He desired to be in the cauldron and have the pressure of pitching well. And so far, he's fit in seamlessly, David.
Absolutely. Extremely professional approach.
Ground ball second base off the bat of Young. And another scoreless inning for a Yankee starter as the Mariners strand one. Jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies. We've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Yankees, the official source for your Yankees gear. Caballero swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. So Schlittler in the first 2 innings, he pitches around a leadoff double by Donovan, then a 1-out single by Raley in the second inning, and the Yankee right-hander has looked sharp again with 3 strikeouts in 2 innings. Yankees lead 1-0. (0-2). Next time the Yankees will see the Mariners will be August 11th, 12th, and 13th in the Bronx. So they'll miss each other for a while. Left side, Donovan. 1 away. Back to the top of the order, and Trent Grisham struck out looking in the first inning. High fly ball, right center. Rodriguez makes the play, 2 down. Here's Judge. Skied one high to right field in the first inning, hauled in by Raley. So Judge 0 for 1.
That's what we've seen a lot of early in the season from Aaron Judge. Just a click off. A lot of good swings of fastballs, but fouling them off. It's just a matter of time before you start squaring them up.
One and one. One and two.
Really an old school feel to today's game because of the starting pitchers. Here it is, hit it, pitch off their fastballs, constantly on the attack.
The 1-2. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Judge down on strikes. That's his 11th strikeout of the season. Yankees go down in order. We go to the bottom of the third. Strike Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. And tonight's picture is from Sarah, who traveled from Oregon to be here in Seattle for this series against the Yankees. Pretty good. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride, mention yes in pictures. You post to social media, reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game. We might. Leo Rivas will lead off. 9-1-2 in Seattle's order. Now, yesterday, we highlighted Meredith Marakovitz's beautiful pink coat, and we said it was the color of T-Mobile. If you look at the sign here, this is T-Mobile Park. It was an exact pink color. Now, Meredith has changed jackets today, but Meredith, that was last night, and that's perfect T-Mobile cover. So this is what they sent us. T-Mobile,
nice.
in appreciation, they sent us a bottle of really nice champagne, and we cracked it open before the game. We're all loaded right now. So thank you to T-Mobile for that. Good job, Meredith.
Here's what happened. I didn't even know that they brought that because I'm in a different place. So they could have just taken it. I would have never known. Michael, you could have had that all to yourself.
No, you're the reason we got it, because you wore your T-Mobile coat.
Well, Michael, I do love that coat. Yesterday was T-Mobile. Now, see, I've transitioned. I'm on to the next. It's Toyota Pinstripe Pride is what I'm wearing today. So
nice.
We'll see how that goes.
Looking for a free car. Well, thank you to T-Mobile. Count 2-2 on Rivas.
We might be onto something here.
Three and two. Count full on the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the third. Strike three. Strikeout number 4 for Schlittler.
Well, give Wells credit here. That's how you catch a low strike. I mean, that ball's probably a little bit low, but he made it look good. Rivas has a choice. Do I challenge or not? Oh, that would have been really close. So framing's still important. Even though we have a challenge system, Wells very well done there.
Donovan takes a strike. Ground ball first base, gobbled up by Goldschmidt, 2 down. Let's check out the pitching decisions presented by Sage on Cam Schlittler.
Well, there's 3 different kinds of fastballs. I know we've talked a lot about it, but today he's just been #1. There's a 4-seamer, there's a cutter, and there's a sinker. He's feeling good about just letting it go and challenging hitters today.
Raleigh fouls it away. See the breakdown on the fastball usage percentage. High pop-up, flirting with the roof. And it comes down in the glove of Goldschmidt. A 1-2-3 inning for Schlittler as the Mariners go down in order. One of today's player props brought to you by Bet365, where winning is everything. Cody Bellinger to hit 1 or more home runs today, plus 750. He has walked and scored in this game, and also stole a bag. So he'll lead off the fourth against George Kirby. Oh and 1.
You said that line a lot today, right? 0 and 1.
Yeah.
0 and 2. Both sides. Oof. Get a little gun shy, right? I mean, that's the one thing I like about the ABS system. That looked pretty good to me. But you gotta make your choices, right? And this is probably just off. We'll get another look here. I mean, that's the decision process you have, and you have a split second to make a decision on whether it's a quarter inch off the plate or not. Early in the game, am I going to waste one now? That's the learning curve everybody's facing. It's one of the reasons I like it so far, Michael, is because it does challenge you. And every hitter is so quick to bark about the strike zone, and every pitcher feels like every pitch is a strike. And now, hey, you got your chance. Put up or shut up.
Served into left field. Rosarena is there. You know, David, interesting story in The Athletic by Brandon Cuddy, where he reported that 3 of the veteran Yankees, Judge, Stanton, and Goldschmidt, spoke to the team on Saturday before the final game of that 3-game set and told them, let's not be complacent. Let's not be satisfied with taking the first 2 games. Let's sweep this series. Don't let up. That one was off of Kirby out to Young, and Young will get Rice. And the thought process is we might have left some games out there last year because we didn't go for the kill. And if we had, then we're not tied with the Blue Jays with 94 wins, and we get a bye in the first round, and the Blue Jays have to play the Red Sox, and maybe the whole thing is different. So it's pretty good advice from veterans.
I love it. I love that message. That's the way we felt in 1998. It was relentless.
Never satisfied.
Never. And you get a feeling this team reminds me a little bit of that team in terms of, you know, 97 we got knocked out by Cleveland, the famous Sandy Alomar Jr. home run off of Mariano. That next spring